Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Windows Server 2025 Complete Master Course from Zero to Expert, and this is video number 69 in this course. And in today's video we will perform a complete wsus installation and configuration on Windows Server 2025. So we will install wsus role, configure synchronization with Microsoft Update, and select the product and classification and prepare our server for managing the updates. So by end of this session you will have a fully functional wsus capable for downloading, approving and distributing Windows updates to the client machine in a production environment. So let's jump into the lab and start the wsus step by step. So before we go and do the installation and configuration, let's understand the wsus deployment scenario, because this is very important for wsus planning, architecture planning. So standalone, the first one is before basically a standalone wsus, where the single wsus server downloads and updates directly from the Microsoft and distribute to the client. And this is for ideal for a small enterprise environment where you have a less computer or less servers basically. So you can use a single wsus server. And then second one is hierarchical basically wsus servers. So where the upstream wsus server synchronize with the Microsoft update, and downstream wsus server received update from upstream server. This design is commonly used for large organization with the which has a multiple locations, and basically the environment is big and have lots of hundreds or you can say or thousands of desktop, laptop and servers. So this is basically ideal for larger environment. And third one is wsus with branch office. So where the centralized wsus server help to distribute update to the remote site, reduce the internet bandwidth consumption and improve the update efficiency. So you have basically one wsus server in a main office, and then you have a branch office. So this main office wsus server is going to basically use to do a patching for your organization. So now this one we discussed in last video also, where wsus architecture. So on the left side you have a Microsoft updates basically, which is the source for all Windows update, and the wsus servers basically downloads, store updates locally on the wsus server. And then basically once update are synchronized, administrator can review, approve and manage them from the wsus console, and basically the approved updates are distributed to the client computers across the network. And this centralized approach basically provide better control over the patch management, and then it reduce the internet bandwidth uses and help improve security and compliance. So in simple terms, wsus act as a central update management server between the Microsoft update and your client machine in your infrastructure. So now this is installed wsus role on Windows Server step by step. So go to role and features, select wsus, add required features, configure wsus and complete the installation. So let me go ahead and do this. So this is my wsus server. So you can see this is wsus server, and this is already joined in my domain. So if I show you, you can see this is joined in domain, and all the prerequisites is done. So I have a dedicated D drive to store basically updates. So you can see this is the folder. So I'll create one folder here called wsus basically. So this is the folder where I'm going to store all the updates. So now I'll go and click on manage, add role and features, click next. This is role based installation. This is my server, win2k25-wsus.labs-and-so-on.lan. And if you scroll down at the bottom, you will see here basically Windows update, Windows Server update service, and then add all required features. So it will basically install the IAS also, and some compatibility tools and features basically. So I'll go ahead and click add, and now click next, and this is the basically update server. It tell you some information, so click next. And now you can see here this is going to install WID, basically Windows internal database connectivity and wsus server. So these are the tools. So installs the database used by the WSO server. So this is recommended for a smaller environment. However, if you are using big environment or enterprise environment, install the basically use the SQL, Microsoft SQL Server database basically. So I'm fine with the lab environment with the Windows internal database. Click next. And this is the content update, the following location, valid path basically. So where you want to save your updates. So I'll go ahead and use this dedicated drive to store a WSOS basically patch, and then it is also going to install IIS, which is a critical component of WSOS. I'll go ahead and click next, and then click on install. So it will install all the features, and basically you can see it's going to install a Windows internal database, and then WSO server, WSOS, and WID connectivity, and then it's going to also install a IIS role and .NET framework and some REST tool also. So this will install the complete package which is required by the WSO server to manage the WSS infrastructure. So while this installation is running, let's understand what is basically why we should use Windows internal database versus SQL Server. So here are we are basically comparing two database options available in the WSUS. So Windows internal database, which is also known as a WID, and SQL Server. So WID is the default option and best suits for the small to medium enterprise. It's built into the Windows Server and easy to manage, does not require a dedicated database administrator. And SQL Server, on the other hand, this is designed for large enterprise environment with thousands of clients. It offers basically better performance, scalability, supports high availability features such as clustering and always on. So for most lab environment is on small organization, WID is more sufficient. However, in the larger production environment, SQL Server is recommended to choose for the better scalability and reliability. And then this is going to be a post installation task. So once the WSUS installed, there are few important post installation tasks to complete. So first, configure the synchronization setting by selecting the WSUS, basically Microsoft product classification and synchronization schedule. And next, create a computer group such as servers, workstation, test systems to basically manage update more efficiently and effectively. So after that, review the basically review and approve the update before deploying to the target computer, and finally monitor the WSUS on the regular by checking the synchronization status, update report, and client compliance. So these simple steps basically help to ensure the secure, organized, and efficient patch management process for your environment. So let's wait for this to get the installation completed. And then next we have best practices. So here are some best practices which is important for WSUS basically for the production environment. So first, use the SQL Server for basically for the instead of WID basically in the larger environment for better performance and scalability. So this is very important. If you are deploying WSUS in your production environment or larger environment, you should use basically SQL Server. And second, schedule WSUS synchronization during the off-peak hours to reduce the network impact. So you should always schedule your synchronization from WSUS server to Microsoft update in the off hours. And third one is organize update using computer group and approve rules to basically control the deployment effectively. So this is we are going to design do in our lab once our WSUS installation is done. So you can see almost done. So now next one is basically monitor WSUS regularly by reviewing the synchronization status report, client compliance, and further reports which is available. And then finally, always basically backup your WSUS database configuration so you can quickly recover in case of error. So WSUS is a very sensitive thing for your enterprise environment. So I highly recommend go ahead and put your WSUS server in the full system backup basically. So If this is a Windows server which is basically running on the virtual machine, I highly recommend to go ahead and take the basically backup of your complete virtual machine. And if this is a physical server, it is always recommended to go and take the bare metal backup. So backup is one of the critical important thing for your basically for your WSUS machine. So now let's wait for installation to get finished, and then we will trigger the post installation task here. So now you can see the launch post installation. Installation is completed, however, configuration required. So click on launch post installation task. So now you can basically please wait while the server is getting configured. So you can go ahead and close this. And now here you can go and see the configuration required for basically Windows Server update service is running. And if you go to task, you should be able to see the task is running here. Suppose deployment configuration. So this is very important task. Once this is completed, then you should be able to go ahead and open the WSUS update service. So wait for this and make sure this gets completed successfully. So I'll wait for some time to get this completed. So now you can see the task is completed, configuration successfully completed. So I can go ahead and close this now. Now let's verify all the services are up. So now we can go here in tools and launch the Windows Server update service. So now we can go and click next, and it tells you if the server firewall is configured to allow client machines. So you need to make sure these are done, and you have a user credential for the proxy if proxy is needed. So I don't need a proxy, so click next. And then I'll untick this, click next, and synchronize from Microsoft. And if you have a upstream server, and if you are configuring a downstream server, you can put your upstream server information here and you can connect. And now synchronize from Microsoft. This is what I'm going to do here, and then click next. And I don't want to use this thing, so click next. And now this is good type of basically information to be downloaded, includes basically type of updates available, product that can be updated, and then you have a basically available language. So I'll go ahead and click on start connecting. So this is going to take some time to basically fetch the data for these all data from the basically from the Microsoft updates. So I'll go here and pause the recording for this video. In the next video, we are basically going to configure our WSUS group policy and a few configuration at the WSUS console also to bring this WSUS environment in the production. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.